I don't know if this thing on. Oh, it's on. Hey, listen. I really hope that I am not boring you people who take the time out of your life, because that's what it's out, not out of your life, to listen to the few minutes I beg of you to listen to the things that I have to say, and just think about them a few minutes. I know everyone not going to agree with me. That's funny, because sometimes I don't agree with myself. I'll go back the next day and be like, oh, I don't agree with that. Sometimes, not often, but hey, been known to happen. I don't agree with myself. There's some things I don't like about myself. People be like, well, I don't like this about you. I'm like, hey, get in line. Stuff I don't like about myself. I know people that don't like stuff about me from 10 years ago. They in line too. They behind me. The stuff I don't like about myself. Now you gonna tell me what you don't like about me? Get in line. So now I'm gonna tell you this thing I'm thinking about, and it took me a while to figure out how to say it because I don't want to get into any of the social highways, because all this stuff is mental traffic. You know, it's mental traffic going down different highways and structures and stuff like that. And I know they got different roadblocks and, you know, red lights and stuff at different injunctions, right? So I was going to talk about the me concept, me, and we. Because me is we upside down, right? So you could do we, me, and then, you know, go back and forth to be, it actually is an oscillation. Me, we, me. And it becomes an oscillation, and it will actually grow power because, you know, that's how you get electricity, from oscillation. You know, the oscillation of different factors will create an electrical current. So that's, anyway, the thing goes like, well, every way. And the thing goes like this, me, we. So I was trying to, as I said, to figure out how to present the concept so it makes social and mental sense to people who are in these areas. And I thought about, you know, I don't know, what, 2 minutes? I can finish this. Okay. I thought about, okay, communism and capitalism. And that's one of them red lights I was talking about in the mental highway. People be like, communism is well, there's only been like 2 countries, actually. It might be 2.5 or something like that. Here, Cuba doing something with communism. But, you know, when I really looked at it, it was only like 1 or 2 countries in the whole world that had communism. Russia, Soviet Union, all them places had socialism. All that socialism. I'm not talking about that. In communism, you know, it means community and communism. Like we had partner. I mentioned before in one of my videos that we had what they call here in Jamaica partner. In other places, it's referred to as susu. And what it is people will put all that, you know, a group of people will put a certain amount of money in a savings. And at the end of a predetermined amount of time, one person would get it. And then, of course, they start the next week. Maybe they put $10 a day in the savings. At the end of the week, you got so many people putting in $10 at the end of the week, the first person to get the money. Then at the end of the next week, the second person to get the money until the susu runs through. And that way people could have a larger amount of money in their pocket and do bigger things and grow. A lot of businesses were born on that, especially in the 1920s and then, you know, before that, because our people were into more cultural things. This is all culture, because the whole thing is about culture. So now I was watching some video where some guy was talking about who we are. And somehow that had something to do with this me-we thing. And the capitalism, communism, because capitalism, communism is about the me-we thing too. And capitalism is all about me. Me, how I'm going to get mine, la-di-da. And communism is all about we, how we going to get ours. Therefore, a person got $1 billion, or even 1 million. They would set up some kind of charity to make sure the people in their neighborhood never hit the floor. Like, no, there ain't no bombs. You know what I mean by hit the floor? You're in a group of people. You don't want nobody on the floor, man. So if somebody hit the floor, you have a situation where you can pick them people up or make sure they stay up off the floor. Because that's your group of people. People are judged like a chain by their weakest link. So if it's 7 of y'all, you don't want, you know what I mean, and everybody knows it's all of y'all, you don't want one of y'all being on the floor, man. Come on. That's where you're going to be judged by the wink. One of y'all could be in the sky riding around with it don't matter. You got somebody here on the floor. This is concept of we. This is the concept of communism, communism. Everybody goes up at the same time. That's why Wall Street, they talking about the Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I don't like that term, the Black Wall Street, because, you know, it's got so many problems with it to me. But I'm saying that just to let you know what I'm talking about. And towns like that, because that wasn't the only place. It was like hundreds. It was hundreds of places. And they all got attacked by the United States government. They say, oh, white people attacked them, but who are them white people? They all work for the government. They all work for the police station or wherever they worked inside of this white situation they got going on. You know, they call it white, but that just started that white thing in the early 1800s too, that white black thing and coloration of racism and all that came up under them fools at that time because they needed to separate. You know, am I getting windy? Okay, I'll do it anyway. They had to separate the servants, what they call, you know, when people first came over here, they had contracts and bonds and stuff like that. It was all very business. Wasn't no all that slavery talking about we hate niggas and don't nobody hate y'all. Quit talking about they hate you. That's a parallel, something in a book they teaching you to put you in a certain state of mind to be stupid and stay stuck on that. Don't nobody hate you, man. Most of the people on this planet fear you. Not necessarily like they fear for their doggone safety, and that they do too, because they know the moment we get started, we're going to do a lot of big things. And they fear that happening, because then their position and all their social structure and stuff would have to change. If they ain't got nobody to step on, if they can't keep stepping on us, how they going to look over the top? They can't. So they want us to stay on the bottom so they can step on us so they can look over the top. And when they know doggone well, once we can look over the top, we just going out. We done. They ain't going to be able to even see the top of the wall. They ain't even know it's there no more because they can't stand on us. Look at them and their little emblems and stuff, talking about, well, they got them standing on our head or something, chopping our head off. It's like, oh, the head of the Moor. Yeah, man, that's nice. And then they say we, you know, which is got on me, because this is the thing that gave me the understanding of how to bring this to you on the me-we thing. And the communism thing is the me-we thing. It's part of the me-we thing. Just like I'm about to say this thing here. Who you are, they keep talking about, we don't know who we are. Let me tell you who you are. You're a mother, you're a father, you're a sister, you're a brother. That's who you are. I know who you are, and I don't even know you. Talking about you don't know who you are. Yeah, you know who you are. You're dude over there, brother, dude over there, sister, whatever. You know who you are. Stop tripping with this conversation. They be having y'all in these, they call word salads. And y'all be up in there without no mayonnaise, man. You can't get out and get stuck up in that pasta. Look, who you are, or who anybody is not really, and I can guarantee you, as important as what you are. Who you are. Who you are is not, who you are is subject to change. You may be this person, I mean, who and describe your who-ness one way, and tomorrow, and 10 minutes later, you have to describe it another way, because who you are, it keeps changing. It's volatile. It's not, come on, man. They're trying to tell us